So this is Frank Yosa, CEO of Ketone, and today I just want to talk about how to gain weight on a ketogenic diet. So that happens occasionally. I get some emails, people saying that they don't want to go keto because they're scared that they're going to lose too much weight because they're already lightweight. And people think that it's impossible or hard to gain weight on a ketogenic diet. So that's not true. There's this misunderstanding with the ketogenic diet and we're not even talking about ketone esters. We're talking about just the ketogenic diet in general. And the thought is that you can eat whatever you want as long as it's 80% fat, 15% protein, 5% carbs, that you magically will lose weight. That might be the headline, but it's not all of the information. I actually lost, not trying to, I just wasn't hungry. That's what the ketogenic diet will do. I lost so much that I think I was down 20, 25 pounds from my normal weight, and people thought that I was looking sickly. So how do you gain weight on a ketogenic diet? So one thing you do is you just have to eat more. It doesn't matter what your ratios, so if you want to stay ketogenic and still have ketones in your system, you still have to have, 60 to 80% fat, but you have to eat more. Eat more means eating beyond your hunger and actually remembering to eat. So maybe you'll cut back on your intermittent fasting where you might eat only one meal a day. You'll go back to 3 meals a day, or heck, 5 meals a day, and do things like buy really tasty macadamia nuts or peely nuts. Peely nuts would be great for that. And if you have roasted Maui onion macadamia nuts bowls all around, and you just eat them not for hunger but eat them for taste, you'll gain weight. So I definitely was able to bring those pounds back by eating extra nuts. I happen to be vegan and keto, which even more limited stuff to eat, but just eating beyond. Sometimes I would just forget about lunch and just skip lunch, but then when trying to pack on weight, you just have to really make sure you have a timer or whatnot and get more in. So here's another technique. So one is just great tasting nuts everywhere, is coconut oil. So liquid coconut oil coconut oil in general is a staple along with olive oil in a ketogenic diet because it's 100% fat. So it helps you hit your ratios of 80, 15, 5. 80% fat, 15% protein, 5% carbs. The protein is where most people mess up and they eat too much protein, and that's called the Atkins diet. So it's not the same. It's supposed to be high fat, moderate to low protein, very low carbs. But liquid coconut oil, I'm not talking about MCT oil, just straight liquid coconut oil is 150 calories per tablespoon. So another way to gain weight is to incorporate that throughout the day. Now, if you take it at the beginning of a meal, that's fine, but it might fill you up so you eat less of that meal, and then your total calories, because it still is about calories, your total calorie consumption might go down. But if you add liquid coconut oil to the end of the meal, or even taking it a straight tablespoon of it, then you're just adding 100, 150 calories. And if you do that per meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you'll be adding 300, 400 calories per day, and that'll be cumulative, and that should help you keep on the weight. So the ketogenic diet is not just for weight loss, and this concept of eating whatever you want is a misconception. Some people actually trying to lose weight may gain weight on the ketogenic diet, and one of the reasons is that they've misunderstood how it works, and they think that they get this get out of jail free card, and they might eat unhealthy food as well, like a bunch of cheeses or processed food, and think, oh well, I was told I can eat whatever I want and I'm not losing weight. It doesn't quite work that way. The theory is you should eat to your level of hunger, because that's the only sustainable, I don't even like to call it a diet, lifestyle. The only sustainable lifestyle is not being hungry. If you're hungry and you're deprived, it just isn't something that's going to last more than a couple months. So absolutely possible to gain weight on a ketogenic diet, and I get asked this question enough. Now I can just fire them, this video to help better understand how to do that. Now, how does ketone ester and gaining weight? So one person said, oh well, I don't want to do the ketogenic diet because I'm scared that I'm going to lose too much weight, so I'm just going to take the ester and not lose weight. And I said, well, it doesn't really work that way. The ketone ester might curb your appetite make it so you eat less, and it might not help you gain weight. So that person can do the ketone ester, but still be applying this idea of just great tasting nuts all over the place, sugar-free nuts, none of this like maltodextrin, dextrose laced nuts, but having Trader Joe's roasted, salted nuts everywhere, macadamia and peely nuts. You can do that, and then the coconut oil during your meals. If you take the ester between meals, you can still add the coconut oil to your meals, and that can keep your calorie counts up. So there is a way to do the ketogenic diet, gain weight, and there's a way to do the ketone ester and gain weight by going out of your way to add more liquid coconut oil, even though I've got separate protocols that say keep the super strong liquid coconut oil called the C8 MCT oil. It's okay if there's a little bit in your liquid coconut oil, but just a straight MCT oil, we recommend not combining that with the ketone ester because people get GI issues. So there you have it. If you have any direct questions, either email me, frank@ketoneaid.com, or even better, add it to the Facebook group so that other people can, other people will have the same question and multiple viewpoints can chime in. So that's ketoneaid.com/Facebook, or going to the top of ketoneaid.com and clicking on community and ask your question there. Either I'll answer or multiple people will answer, and it's, it helps everyone out as opposed to just me answering directly, and you'll get a more thorough answer as well if I'll spend the extra 10-20 minutes if I know that it's going to be seen by many people. And there you go. So direct email frank@ketoneaid.com and let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.